So I want to go ahead and put it to 2 separate switches. So one is going to be, like I said, for my EQ and subwoofer, which I'm gonna have this far one to my left right here, this one with my finger on. This one is gonna be for my radio, and then the middle one's gonna be for my EQ, and then this last one, I don't know what I'm gonna put it to yet, but I'm just gonna have it ready so whenever I do want to put something on this switch, like if I get underglow, I can put it on this switch, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna put my fog lights on it, but my fog light, y'all know it came with the switch, so I don't have to put my fog light on the switch. It already has its own switch and wires and everything. The fog lights are done. So the plan today, like I said, is to remove this old switch, and I'm gonna just put it to the side. I never know when I'm gonna need another switch, you know what I'm saying? But I got a bunch of switches now. I ordered a whole bunch of them, you know. And then we're gonna put this panel, hold on, I'm trying to get y'all in here. We're gonna put the panel right here just like this. See y'all opinions in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, how y'all feel about the switch panel. Like I said, man, this is something I wanted, you know what I'm saying? And personally, I needed it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Deuce, back with another video. Now, y'all know, man, some of y'all might know, some of y'all might not know, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people in their cars nowadays, they be having switch panels in their cars, you know what I'm saying? They be having like switches for like different light modes, or you feel me, just for anything, a lot of stuff, like for boost. You feel me? When people like with race cars and stuff, they be having a whole lot of switch panels, stuff ran the switches, you know? So I went ahead and ordered myself a brand new switch panel. As y'all can see, I only put one in just to basically see how it's gonna look, but it's gonna be 3, but I'm not gonna be using all 3. I'm only gonna be using 2 of the 3, you know what I'm saying? So one of them is gonna be for my radio, the other one's gonna be for my subwoofer and my EQ, you know what I'm saying? Because if y'all did not know, I already have one switch in here. It's right here. And this switch, before my old radio, I didn't have to have it to a switch because it had a power button, but this one I can't turn on from the power button, you know what I'm saying? It only turns off, so I had to run it to a switch. And I told myself I needed to go ahead and order a new switch, that way I can have my radio on a separate switch from my subwoofer and my EQ, you know what I'm saying? So as of right now, both of them are on the same thing, and if my EQ go out or anything, you know what I'm saying, then I won't be able to turn it back on, because then I'm gonna have to turn my radio back off, and then it's gonna have to power back on everything, you know? So I want to go ahead and put it to 2 separate switches. So one is gonna be, like I said, for my EQ and subwoofer, which I'm gonna have this far one to my left right here, this one with my finger on. This one is gonna be for my radio, and then the middle one's gonna be for my EQ, and then this last one, I don't know what I'm gonna put it to yet, but I'm just gonna have it ready so whenever I do want to put something on this switch, like if I get underglow, I can put it on this switch, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna put my fog lights on it, but my fog light, y'all know it came with the switch, so I don't have to put my fog light on the switch. It already has its own switch and wires and everything. The fog lights are done. So the plan today, like I said, is to remove this old switch, and I'm gonna just put it to the side. I never know when I'm gonna need another switch, you know what I'm saying? But I got a bunch of switches now. I ordered a whole bunch of them, you know? And then we're gonna put this panel, trying to get y'all in here. We're gonna put the panel right here just like this. So I have my radio, my EQ, and then this extra one just for whenever, you know what I'm saying? So that's the plan, man. That's what we're finna go ahead and do now today. So the first thing I need to go ahead and do, which I know it's gonna take me a while off camera, so I'm on camera, so I don't want this video to drag out too long. So off camera, I'm gonna go ahead and take this whole little centerpiece off, so I have access to this wire, and then the wires for my radio, and then the wires for my EQ. So I'm gonna take this centerpiece off, and then we should be able to move on from there, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, ordered this from Amazon, and it was $10, I think it was like $15, you know what I'm saying? There go the other 2 switches. Y'all can see 1 and 2 came with its own wires. So yeah, like I said, this one I'm not gonna plug up, and I'm not even gonna put the wires on this one. I'm gonna just sit these wires for this one inside my glove box, or my armrest box, and then the other 2 we will be wiring up. So like I said, one of them is gonna be to my EQ, then the other one is gonna go to my radio. So that's the plan, man. Just stick them up in there like that, and the only thing is I'm gonna have to make sure I have it the right way before I screw it in, you know what I'm saying? Make sure if it go this way, and I'll have it this way. If it go that way, go that way. But this is the chrome one, or silver ones are positive, and then this copper one or golden looking one is going to be for the ground. So yep, that's what we doing. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn that post notification bell all the way y'all be notified every time I drop. Share the channel, share this video, man. Let's keep growing and elevating together. Road to 5,000 subscribers. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, share the channel, do whatever you can, whatever you need to help me reach that goal. Share the channel, share the video, subscribe, do whatever you can, you know what I'm saying? And let's keep growing, bro. Let's keep growing this channel. Other than that, I'll catch y'all in a second. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this center pieces, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll catch y'all once I'm finished. So hope y'all enjoy, and I'll catch y'all in a second. Alright, so as y'all can see, the center piece is already off. So the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is pry off this old switch. And like I said, I don't know when I'm gonna need it for, so I'm gonna end up keeping this switch. If I can get it off, goodness. There we go. Get this old switch off, and then I'm gonna pull these wires off. Come on. It's the only hard part, man, is trying to get this, trying to get up in here and get this stuff off. And like I said, I hate that I had to wire my radio up like this. If y'all did not know, you know what I'm saying, I told y'all when I first wired up this radio, first put this radio in this car. Yeah, because I didn't get to record none of my other stuff because I was doing that stuff before, or working on this car before I started YouTube. So basically, whoever had the person that I bought this car from, whoever they had to do their old radio, you know what I'm saying, when I bought this car, no radio was in this car, you know what I'm saying, but the wires was all chopped up. Whoever they had put the radio in this car before I bought this car, I guess they removed the entire power wire, you know what I'm saying, the red power wire for this car, because y'all know the newer cars, they use red for their power, you know what I'm saying, unlike the old schools, they be yellow. So the whole red wire was just chopped off. Now I know I could have probably just put another pin in with a red wire, but then I didn't know how to do that, you know what I'm saying. Now I probably can do it now, but back then, you feel me, I was like 15, 16, you know what I'm saying, I didn't know how to do that stuff. So I just didn't do it, you know what I'm saying, I just didn't do it. So I ended up just buying a switch, and this is actually my second switch. The first switch I bought, I had broke it, you know what I'm saying, from, I guess, turning it on and off too much. Or maybe this is my first switch. Honestly, I don't remember, because it's literally been so long, like 7 or 8 years. But yeah, I just put it to a switch and ended up doing it like that, you know what I'm saying, and everything started working. So first thing first, we got the switch off. As y'all can see, the switch is here. First thing first, I'm gonna move these wires out of the way. Ain't no power going to them or anything, because like I said, my switch is off. So yeah, they'll be fine, and they won't touch anyways, because this one is protected, so they won't touch. Sit them wires out of the way, and then I need to test and see if my switches will actually fit in this first hole, which it won't. I'm gonna have to go a little bit bigger. So luckily I brought my drill, and I got my little hole saw kit. I'm gonna see if I got a really small hole saw, so I can do that, you know what I'm saying. See if I have a small enough hole saw, and it looks like I do. Let me see if the next size up will be too big. Okay, so this next size up should do it. So I'm finna use my hole saw kit, and we're gonna get the hole saw kit in and do it like that, you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna make 3 holes. Actually, I need to mark them first, so I know. Really, I want to test this first and make sure my switch will come on. So I'm gonna put these just barely on here, and then I'm gonna flip it and see if the switch will come on. Well, hold on, let me see. No, not coming on. Okay, so it do come on. Alright, so that's perfect. That's perfect. Alright, let me see. Alright, So what I'm gonna have to do is run a ground wire as well, which I already knew that, you know what I'm saying? But it comes on. As y'all can see, I don't know if y'all can see my EQ light on, but my radio on. So if I flip the switch, which this mug's supposed to light up, I don't know why it's not lighting up. I'm guessing because I need a ground wire. But y'all watch my radio. Radio is on. Radio is off. So I think I'm gonna have to run an extra wire for ground, and that'll make the light come on. Which I thought this was my ground wire. What is this one? What is this wire going to? This go to my, look like my remote wire. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to run a ground wire and then splice it off into a different one, like that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, first thing first though, like I said, use my hole saw and drill my hole. Let me go ahead and put y'all back down because that sun glare is it's a little bit much right now. Use my hole saw kit, man, and get this right. Putting my hole saw in. There we go. And make sure I get it tight. And put this in there. I'm gonna have to vacuum in here now because I'm getting all this plastic everywhere. There we go. Oh no. Oh man, I can't get it out. Dang it. Get it out that way. So first hole is finished, and like I said, I'm gonna have to go to the vacuum after this and vacuum out that. So this hole is a little too big. I might have to use my smaller bit. Definitely thought that was the right one because it's definitely fit. Alright, so this is getting a little long. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, finish this up, cutting out and everything off camera. And then I got to run my ground wire like I said, which that won't be that hard. You know what I'm saying? That won't be hard at all. So I'm going to just run the ground wire. I'm probably going to have to take my radio down, which I was not wanting to do. But that might be what I have to do, you know what I'm saying? Might have to go and get that radio down. So, let me go ahead and finish this up, drilling out the rest of the holes. And then I'll catch y'all in a second. So y'all stay tuned. I hope y'all enjoy and like the switch panel. Alright y'all, so my switch panel is now finished, you know what I'm saying? The only thing I had to do is just find a constant power and find where I was going to ground it at. Luckily the ground was easy, you feel me? It was a bolt already up here holding part of the dash up. So I just used that bolt, you know what I'm saying, as my ground. So if we look, let me try and get y'all up under here. I now have a whole switch panel. And don't mind that hole that was there, you know what I'm saying, from I think my first button, or it's not from, then if not, it was from the EQ being over some. So yeah, this was already there. It's been like that for a while. But like I said, I need to clean up, bro. Look at all this mess. Look at that mess. I need to clean up. But now my switch panel, if we look, power, radio on. And if I turn it back off, radio off. And then the next one, light on, EQ. And the light, like I told y'all, man, to get the light to come on, you gotta ground it. So once you ground it, then the lights will start working. If you don't want the lights working, just don't ground it. But yeah, I had to find a constant power. which my EQ already had a constant power on it. I just had to find where that went to, and I just used the constant power. Then I put the radio power wire that comes with the radio, the wire that comes with the radio. So I used the radio power wire, put it to the first switch, EQ power wire, put it to the second switch, and then the third one, I already got it hooked up. As y'all can see, the lights and stuff work, but I don't have nothing going to it yet. Once I figure out what, like I said, if I'm probably gonna get some underglow and put some underglow under here. Once I get some underglow, then I run it probably to this third switch. You know what I'm saying? So my underglow cut on when I turn it on. You know what I'm saying? So third switch, as y'all can see, the button's a little stiff, but third switch comes on, second switch comes on, first switch, and everything's on. And like I said, man, it's EQ off, radio still on. Y'all can see, I'll turn that third one off. The third one don't go none. Radio still on. Y'all can see the button still here. Radio off. So that's what I wanted, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I don't like playing the subwoofers. I'd rather have just the radio on. And I know, as y'all can see, my button is already up because I haven't been playing it lately, you know what I'm saying? Playing my subwoofers. So I know I can just do that, but instead of even having the whole subwoofer and EQ on, I'd rather just have it off, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to run the radio to its own switch. And now I finally got that, you know what I'm saying? I can turn my radio, just the radio on. And then if I want to, I can turn the subwoofers on too with it. And like I said, everything's on a switch. So perfect, bro. I'm telling you, it's perfect. It's what I wanted, exactly what I wanted. So now let's go ahead and put this center console piece back on. I'm sorry about the sun glare, y'all. I'm trying my best, you know what I'm saying? You see. Nope, that didn't help. So yeah. I'm sorry, y'all, about the sun glare. But man, we finna go ahead and just throw this center piece back on. Free. There we go. It wouldn't click in. Well, I put my screws. Get both of my screws. Really, I need a washer, but I don't think I have no washers so to actually hold this mug down, because it ain't gonna hold down without no washer. And like I said, I don't think I have no washers here. They all inside the cutlass, if I'm correct, because I took basically all my tools out. Let me see if I put some in here. I don't think I did. Hopefully I did. It's not looking good. It's not looking like I did. Here go 2 washers for the cutlass door panel. Probably just use them there. These are washers that's supposed to go to the cutlass door panel, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I use it in here. So it'll actually hold this piece down. Because the inside pieces are broken and gone. Go ahead and screw this back down with that washer. And then put my chrome piece back on, just like that. Just like that, man. We done. We are done. used all the hardware that came with it. So, like I said, man, we finished. Got my little code reader there. We are finished. So, like I said, man, y'all leave y'all opinions in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, how y'all feel about the switch panel. Like I said, man, this is something I wanted, you know what I'm saying? And personally, I needed it. So, like I said, I can have my radio to one switch and then my EQ to another, so they won't both be on one single switch, you know what I'm saying? So now, when I turn that on, only my radio will come on. Y'all can see EQ not on, radio is though. So, that's what I wanted, man. That's what I wanted. But other than that, man, I'll catch y'all in a second for the outro. Hope y'all enjoyed. Yeah, I'll catch y'all in a second. Alright, guys. So, like I said, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. This is something, like I told y'all, I wanted to do. And something I kind of needed to do. Like I told y'all, but the previous owner, the person I bought this car from, you know what I'm saying? Whoever they had do their radio install or take out whatever, they just removed the whole ignition on key or key on red wire, you know what I'm saying? The factory red wire is just gone, you know what I'm saying? Even when I took my radio down just now to get to that yellow wire that's constant power, you know what I'm saying, for the memory, to get to that wire, I looked at it again. I was like, yeah, my red wire is just missing, you know what I'm saying? It's just gone. The whole pin and wire and everything, you know what I'm saying, it's gone. It's not there. So yeah, the only thing I can do, like I said, is honestly, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I know how to do it. Maybe I got to run the wire to the actual ignition key and then put the pin in. And that might be how I do it. Like I said, honestly, I don't know. But realistically, it ain't bothering me. I don't mind having it to a switch. Personally, I kind of like it on the switch. It looks a little different. And it's a little better, you know what I'm saying? Because not all the time I ride with my radio on. Sometimes I ride with the radio off to hear what the car sound like. And instead of me having to turn it up and down, the volume, I could just hit the switch, turn it off, you know what I'm saying, and listen to the car and then turn the switch back on if I want to cut the radio back on. But like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. It's going to be the end of this one. It wasn't too hard to do. It just took a little time because I had to do some wiring. But make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn that post notification bell to all, the way y'all be notified every time I drop. Share the channel, share this video, man. Let's keep growing and elevating together. Like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed. Share the channel, I think I said that. Roll the 5K, man. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, share the channel, share this video. Do whatever you can, whatever you need to help me reach that goal. Other than that, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Keep God first and God bless, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.